Partners are the heart and soul of the Paper Mario franchise. Characters from all walks of life come together to help Mario on his quest to save the world. You really can't go wrong saying any partner is your favorite. Well, maybe except for Flory. I created today's list by scoring every partner in the franchise across 3 categories: how helpful they are in battle, the partner's design, and story. This last category is a combination of how important they are to the story, the character's personality, and if they experience any character development during the game they appear in. I gave each partner a rating from 1 to 10 in these 3 categories and tallied up the scores. I left Olivia out of this list because she's more of a companion than a partner to me, since she's only used in battle for summons. It felt unfair to include her, but she would have been rated very highly if she was. There will be game spoilers here and there in this video, so if you don't want to see those, play the games first and come back and watch the video later. Without further ado, let's rank every partner in the Paper Mario franchise. Starting off the list, we have the Yoshi babysitter, Sushi. I think she is hands down the least inspired design of any Paper Mario partner except for Kamik. She's just a basic cheat sheet dyed purple. She doesn't have any use in battle from the get-go, as Bo already does more damage than her, so I only used her against the Lava Piranha because I had to. Sushi's personality consists of being the Yoshi's overprotective babysitter that needs to find them in the jungle, so not much is going on there. Her most interesting trait is that she's the only partner in 64 that doesn't know who Mario is. Sorry Sushi, but someone's gotta be last on this list. I put Madame Flory at number 18 on this ranking. She has some utility in battle with the ability to hit ceiling enemies and to blow enemies away with Gale Force, but her lower damage output makes her almost completely useless. She's the one partner I didn't upgrade in my most recent playthrough. Her design is what I assume would happen if Ursula from The Little Mermaid and Huff and Puff had a love child. God forbid she be caught in public without her necklace when she has her clouds puffing out all day. Her personality is basically being a former actress that flirts for the sake of flirting in a game full of flirtatious partners. So that doesn't leave Flory a leg to stand on. A cloud to stand on? You get the idea. Taking the number 17 spot is the Explorer wannabe, Koopa. Koopa's design is fine, but only adding a bandana and some bracelets isn't going to score you many creativity points. Being able to attack multiple grounded enemies, including lava bubbles, had me using the blue shell Koopa pretty regularly throughout Paper Mario 64. The only reason I rated Koopa's story as the worst is because Nintendo just copy and pasted Gumbario's desire to adventure onto Koopa, but added that his neighbor is a famous explorer as inspiration. These are the first 2 partners you get in the whole franchise. Getting Gumbario, Koopa, and Bomba by the end of Chapter 1 just makes it hard for Koopa to make an impact. Coming in much lower on this list than I would like, at number 16 is Bobby the Bob-omb. Anyone that has played Origami King knows that Bobby probably makes the biggest story impact of any partner in any Paper Mario game. The game is still new, so that is one spoiler that I will not make in today's video, because I just think Bobby's story is that impactful. Unfortunately, Bobby just doesn't score any points in any other categories. The lack of a fuse for plot purposes saved him from a 1 in design, but that's all that differentiates him from the other Bob-ombs, and he is hands down the worst partner in battle in the entire series. In a game where every other partner hits multiple enemies, Bobby can only hit 1? I love you, Bobby, but I can't put you any higher than this. Please forgive me. Exploding into the number 15 slot is Bomba. I've always had a soft spot for Bomba. She's a pink bob-omb with a ponytail fuse, an angel wing, and a sassy attitude. Come on, that's just cute. But having a backstory that begins and ends with her defiance of the Koopa Bros, and apparently an ex-boyfriend named Bruno that won't leave her alone, and her attacks being so flower points heavy keeps her lower on this list. I just don't see a reason to waste 6 or 8 FP to hit the whole room when I could just run train with Starstorm for 2 star points. I'm a big Bomba fan, but there are just a lot of better partners. Tactically retreating into the 14th spot is Kamik. I see no reason to give Kamik anything but a 1 in design when we've been seeing generic Kamik enemies since Paper Mario 64. I'm kinda mad that Nintendo did away with Kamik Koopa in favor of Kamik, but I do enjoy him as a character. During your time together in World 5, you come to learn that his cowardice comes from a place of being thoughtful and really smart. His damage output is solid in battle too. I wish he would use his magic outside of battle more instead of just being used as a plot device twice during the game though. Flying in at number 13, we have Pericary. Like Sushi, I only used him in battle for the boss battle of his chapter out of necessity. Anything Pericary can do in battle, the other partners can just do better or easier. Going into making this list, I thought he had the potential to be dead last, but I can't deny that he has one of the better partner designs in 64. I also just find it funny that he decides to tag along with Mario, not to save the world, but just because he has more letters to deliver. This gives him plenty of built-in screen time whether you use him in battle or not, and the extra star pieces are much appreciated. Excavating at number 12 is Professor Toad. With a name like that, it's no wonder he received average marks across the board. But I appreciate that Nintendo gave him a cool explorer's outfit and a personality that makes you feel like you're not talking to just another Toad. Well, except when he gets scared, but who wouldn't scream when they see this? Professor Toad provides invaluable insight, educational puns, and solid combat support throughout his time on your team. I couldn't ask for much more, but when you're up against so many memorable characters, he's just not much to write home about in comparison. Sneaking in at number 11 is Miss Mouse. Her matching red stilettos and mask, along with her heart-shaped tail, just make an outfit that's very her, you know? Miss Mouse is a mainstay throughout the first half of the game, as she is constantly showing up to take badges right out from under you, and giving Mario smooches in the process. Why does every girl kiss him in this game except Peach? Hell, even Tech gets to dance with her. Kinda. She's a secret partner that you can get only after completing her trouble request, but after you do, she's kind of a non-factor in the game. Hell no, I'm not using her in battle when Love Slap does no damage, and Smooch is 10 FP, what the? Those were free until she joined my party! Stumbling into the number 10 spot is Koops. He's like lackluster in that he wants to be braver for his girlfriend, but instead of trying too hard to be a Chad, he's kind of a coward instead. That said, it's really touching that he put his life on the line to fight Hooktail to avenge his father. But Koops' use in battle doesn't go much farther than the first 2 chapters, as other characters like Yoshi and Vivian can attack multiple enemies more effectively. He has solid fashion sense though. Wait, did he steal my outfit? Someone who's much higher on the list than I expected is Gumbario at number 9. He's a Goomba with a hat that lives in a small village with his family. Pretty generic way to start a franchise. Why does he have the tattle ability when he has literally never left his village? But hey, at least his family are the only Goombas that didn't side with Bowser. Gumbario never saw the light of day outside of Mario's pockets for me, until I realized how broken he is in battle. Combining multiple uses of charge with multi-block makes Gumbario into an unstoppable killing machine that can beat any boss, do your taxes, save your marriage, port Mother 3 to America, and is probably our only hope against COVID-19 at this point. Taking the number 8 spot on this list is Spike. I mean Michael. Lackluster. It's lackluster at number 8. He's very solid in battle, but Spiny Flip might be the most tedious move for me to use. Oh, fuck me. With his shades and slick back hair, you already know that Lackluster is the guy at the freshman house party doing a keg stand trying to impress his new friends. But this cool facade quickly goes away after you beat him up, and his girlfriend Lackey Lulu comes to the rescue. Self-awareness is a lost art in today's age, but Lackluster seems to find it after meeting Mario and wants to be a better man. Lackluster is a way cooler name than Spike anyway. Brightening up the number 7 spot, we have Watt. I didn't use her much early game, but Watt really came through for me in battle during Bowser's Castle. Electro Dash ignores defense and requires no FP. Plus, using Turbocharge is a nice attack buff for Mario. You can't really go wrong with her as your partner of choice. Watt's the only partner that is a brand new species to the Mushroom Kingdom out of all the partners in 64. Watt's design gets the point across that she's what would happen if electricity became sentient, while also making it clear that I'm baby is kind of her whole personality. Apparently she has a mom that's worried about her. How long was she in that guy's lamp? Hatching at number 6 we have Yoshikid. Of course he's getting the highest mark for design when he's the only partner in the series that has alternate designs depending on how long it takes you to hatch him in chapter 3. Since Mario doesn't talk, Yoshikid just develops his personality from the rest of the Glitz Pit competitors, which gives us great one-liners like, "How'd that floor taste?" He never loses his utility in battle, thanks to Mini Egg being great for lowering enemy damage, and Gulp being able to hit any grounded enemy in the game. No more Spin Dash in the 1,000-year door means that you're going to be pulling him out a lot, thanks to the game's backtracking. General White! The highest ranking of the Origami King partners goes to none other than Bowser at number 5. He's folded most of the game, but other than that, he's just the paper Bowser we know and love. As usual, he's one of the funniest characters in the game, and he even provides some good advice to Olivia when she needs it. Unfortunately, your time with Bowser in Origami King is pretty short, as he's barely part of the story until the endgame. He's an absolute powerhouse in battle, but I can't put any Origami King partners higher than 8 in that category since they don't stay with you for the whole game and don't participate in boss battles. I mean, Bowser kinda does, but I'm not going to count a Mario Party mashing minigame. A fan favorite, Vivian checks in at number 4. Another example of when Paper Mario games actually created new characters, Vivian's design is straightforward but memorable. Vivian's transgender in the Japanese version, which is why her design is more ambiguous. From feeble little sister of the Shadow Sirens to standing up for herself and joining Mario's party after helping him get his body back from Dupless, Vivian is one of the partners that sees the most character development in the franchise. Mario gave her the confidence she needed and ultimately hit set feelings for him at the end of the game. Being one of the regulars in my battle rotation, Vivian's fiery Jinx and Veil were my saving graces against the Shadow Queen in my latest playthrough. No matter how old I am, that fight never gets easier. Up next, we have the head of Boo Mansion, Bo at number 3. If the scores didn't make it obvious, Bo is by far my favorite partner in 64. She is my most used partner in battle throughout the game thanks to Smack, and she has the most unique Boo design in a Mario game period. Her goal initially is just using Mario to stop Tubba Blubba so she can save her people, but she decides to become a permanent part of Mario's party anyway. She's strong-willed and kinda snotty, but that's what made it so fun to have her in the party. The only thing keeping her from being higher on this list is her low damage output made her practically useless in Bowser's castle. I'm so glad we get to see her in the 1,000-year door. Bo, please join my party again. Sailing in at the number 2 spot is Admiral Bobbery. His design screams seasoned sea captain. You take one look at him and go, yup, that's a sailor alright. Has anyone tried to steal your wheel or... Being a hopeless romantic myself, Bobbery's tale of the loss of his wife before he joins your party pulls hard at my heartstrings every time I play the 1,000-year door. What's with the Bob-omb partners making you cry so hard in these games? Well, except Bombette. Bobbery is a beast in battle, dealing the most damage of any partner. However, he can't pierce defense, so you're going to end up relying on Bob-omb Bass against big groups as him, which is a whopping 9 flower points. Until my most recent playthrough, he would have been number 1 on this list for sure, but that spot goes to the partner that I used from start to finish. Taking the number 1 spot on my list of Paper Mario partners is the University of Goom's finest, Goombella. I love Goombella's design. I still find it impressive today how inspired they made a design for a Goomba. Her design matches her spunky but smart personality. Like Gumbario, she's a nightmare for enemies in battle. She doesn't have charge, but multi-bonk is still a big damage dealer. In my latest playthrough, I found out how good Rally Wink is with the right badge setup on Mario, and wow, I finished almost every boss fight pretty quick. If it wasn't for Goombella, Mario wouldn't have even known what the map was that Peach sent him to start his quest. If you use her tattle ability in the overworld, you get to see her become more attached to Mario as the game goes on, before ultimately hinting at feelings for him at the end of the game. Goombella adds so much to your adventure from start to finish, in and outside of battle, which is why she is the best partner in the Paper Mario franchise for me. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the rankings in the comments below. Feel free to throw out more rankings and Paper Mario video ideas as well. While you're down there, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It would mean a lot to me as I keep working towards 1,000 subs. Thanks again and take care.